would you do if your neighbor spent 3 months calling the cops on you, only for you to find out she was the only person actually trying to save your life? I moved into this new place in Denver about 6 months ago. High rise, great view, low key expensive. From day one, my neighbor, this older lady named Mrs. Gable, was a total nightmare. She was the final boss of Karens. I have a golden retriever named Cooper. He's a literal angel. He doesn't even bark at the mailman. But every single day, like clockwork, Mrs. Gable would call the front desk or bang on my wall, screaming that Cooper was howling like he was being haunted. I was losing my mind. Honestly, I was one complaint away from being evicted. I knew she was lying, so I decided to go full detective. Bought a high-end hidden camera and pointed it right at the living room. I was ready to take this footage to management and finally get her to leave me alone. But when I checked the footage that night, I didn't see what I expected. Yeah, it gets worse. Last Tuesday, I'm at the office when I get a notification on my phone. Movement detected. I open the app, expecting to see Cooper sleeping on the rug. Instead, I see the floorboards under my couch literally start to move. Man, someone I've never seen in my life, crawls out from a hidden maintenance hatch I didn't even know existed. He starts walking around my apartment like he owns the place. He's going through my desk, sniffing my clothes, and then he pulls out a kitchen knife. He just sits there on my sofa, staring at Cooper, who is growling low in his throat. That's when I realized what Mrs. Gable was doing. Every time she banged on that wall, every time she called the cops about noise, she wasn't hearing a dog. She was hearing the floorboards creaking. She was trying to scare him back into the hole. I sprinted to my car. I didn't even grab my bag. I just drove. By the time I got there, the cops were already dragging the guy out in zip ties. Turns out, he was a former maintenance worker who'd been living in the building's crawl spaces for months. He had a whole nest under my floor. I saw Mrs. Gable standing in the hallway looking completely shaken. Felt like the biggest jerk on the planet. I walked up to her, totally speechless. She just looked at me and said, "Told you there was a monster in there, honey. Just didn't want him to hurt you." She wasn't a Karen. She was a guardian. Now I bring her groceries every single week, and we have tea on Sundays. Low-key, she's the best friend I've got in this city. Turns out, the person you think is your biggest enemy might be the only one watching your back.